What is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video. It's been a few days since I last uploaded, but we are back in action. And this is a team that I encourage you guys to try out if you have these three Pokemon. And I was able to climb to top 25 on the global leaderboard with this squad right here and maintain that elo for a few days. The team is Dewgong, Annihilape, and Trevenant, as you see. And it's a pretty straightforward ABB style line. What's an ABB style line again? A style of line where you want to swap one Pokemon to lure out a counter. The lead Pokemon can then handle that counter swap, and then hopefully your back Pokemon can sweep. And you don't see Trevenant as often anymore these days. Trevenant, once upon a time, was one of the most dominant Pokemon in the Great League. Now it's more of a spice pick, and we're going to go down in the lead there, but we get a big farm down with our Annihilape, which is really nice for us. I'm going to go for a Night Slash bait here. We're already ahead energy. He calls the bait. That's really rough for me. But he swaps into the Shadow Basti. And when I saw the Dewgong lead, I anticipated it might be Bastiodon in the back, because that is the Jason line of Dewgong, Annihilape, Basti. Very hard ABB style team. So I swap, and now I'm thinking, okay, I can either knock out this Basti with a Shadow Ball, or if he shields, I could probably let it go and save shields for Annihilape and be chilling. We go for the Shadow Ball here. We knock it out, and now we're in a weird spot where it's like, do I save the shield for Annihilape, or do I just go for fast move damage? Now, I'm not sure if I should just be committing to fast moves or going for charge moves, because I do have energy on my ape. So as soon as I throw this Seed Bomb, I start to regret it. Like, oh man, I probably should have just committed to fast moves. But here we are. We're going for the Night Slash. And he's going to get to a Shadow Ball soon. He's at the Shadow Ball. How much energy does he have? Is he going to be able to get to a Night Slash against our Trevenant? No, he's not. And we're able to get the win. So we never ended up getting to 3 charge moves there. So we should have just committed to fast moves. Luckily, our slight mistake did not change the outcome of the game. We're able to sneak away with a win. As you see, the elo 3200. The queue times can be a little bit rough here. This is just some raw footage, so raw footage that's sped up to 1.5 times speed. And we see Dewgong into Licky. Not the best, not the worst. My concern here is with a Licky lead, he might be strong against Annihilape in the back, but oftentimes people will go ABA weak to Annihilape with a Licky lead. So they'll have like something else weak to counter in the back, and Licky can kind of just soft lose that matchup. I decide to put up a shield here. Going to shield the Power Whip. Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Dewgong, by the way, shout out to Mountain Dewgong, friend of the channel. He was posting AI pictures of real animal Dewgongs, and they were a little bit weird, I gotta say. I much prefer the Pokemon version of Dewgong, I think, than real Dewgongs, just in the aspect of cuteness. I mean, nothing against real Dewgongs. They're beautiful animals, but like just from a straight cuteness standpoint, I prefer the Pokemon version of Dewgong. We're going to put up a shield here. We're able to call the Night Slash, which was nice. And now we're ready for that Licky to come in right away. So we throw our Seed Bomb immediately. Licky has energy. They actually shield and get off their move right before my Seed Bomb. So nice counting by them. But with shields down, Annihilape is usually really dangerous. And I somehow get off my Seed Bomb before going down. I think that was damage registration error. In comes Lantern. Luckily, we're ahead energy. I'm just going to throw this Drill Run immediately. And then I intend to swap into Annihilape. But with this head start, this is a little bit scary. Is Double Surf going to be enough to knock out our Annihilape? Lantern should reach Double Surf before we get to Shadow Ball. So I'm going to have to settle here for the Night Slash. I throw it on the charge attack priority. I know it's not going to knock out, but I'm hoping it'll do enough to help me secure this game. It actually does knock out. Look at that. I thought Lantern would hang on by a thread, but that was not the case. Lantern goes down, and we are able to get the win there. Let's go. Let me know how you guys are doing this Go Battle League season in the comments. How your goals are coming along, whether it's ace rank, veteran rank, expert, or maybe even legend rank. We're going to Sneak on ahead. Editor Chris didn't trim the fat, the queue times in between these battles. Here we go. Next opponent, Dugong into Lantern. Tough lead. So we're probably going to pivot into Annihilate here. And our opponent is staying in. Oh, gosh, this is bad. This is really bad. This is where close combat would really come in handy, like we used to run with our other Annihilate Dugong team. Yeah, close combat would be really nice here because we might actually be able to flip this matchup if we land the close combat, but not going to happen. We're going to chip it as much as we can. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, like, how do we get out of this situation? Well, we're going to have to eat this energy, I think, because we got to utilize our Dugong the best we can. And I think the best way we can do that is by getting off 2 drill runs against this Lantern. Now, this is a tough call. It's like, do I save the next one for later? Or do I just throw it right now? I decided to throw it right now, and I'm hoping I get a shield. If I can get a shield here, then maybe Trev up a shield can win. But he doesn't shield. What's going to be in the back? Double charm. Oh, no, it's Powder Snow, actually. Powder Snow, which is still bad. And it's funny. I had the exact same reaction live as I did just now. I was like, no, not double charm. Oh, Powder Snow. Oh, wait, that's still bad. So, unfortunately, we're just going to get outpaced here. You know what's funny? If this was pre-Seed Bomb nerf, with that one Shadow Claw head start, I think we actually win this game because we would have paced to these Seed Bombs 5 every time, and we actually would have been able to win this with the head start, but not going to be the case. Here, takes 6, 6, 5 to get to Seed Bomb, so just a little bit too slow, a little bit too much Powder Snow damage before we reach that final one. And a G to the G for the opponent. Let's see if I need to skip ahead a little bit here. Little skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay. My, oh my. What a wonderful day. Is that from something? What is that from? Because I've definitely heard that saying, but I couldn't tell you where it's from. We lead into a Deoxys defense. We've got double Ghost in the back, right? So we're going to swap. We are going to respect the Psycho Boost here because this would do a lot of damage. And then the opponent makes a curious play. He actually stays in. I'm going to go for the Night Slash bait here because a Shadow Ball would pretty much just knock out his super healthy Deoxys. I get the successful bait. He's going to throw another Psycho Boost, but he's debuffed, right? So I don't necessarily need to shield it. Then he comes in with Steelix. And I'm like, is this like double Steel? Is there like a Bastiodon in the back? I go for the Shadow Ball. Connects. Does some big time damage. He is going to throw a Psychic Fangs most likely at us, which will knock... Oh, it doesn't knock out. I pivot, and I immediately regret my pivot. Because in the moment, I was thinking I can like save this later as a catch. But... in doing this, all I'm really doing is now I'm going to be locked with my Dugong against the Deoxys. So I don't know if that was really the best play to make there. Going to start spamming off these Icy Winds. We still do 1 for proper timing because then we get to 100 energy. Ice Shard is 10 energy per Ice Shard. So it's a little bit easy to keep track if you are someone that counts like the actual numerical energy you have. Icy Wind connects. I'm just going to let this go at this point. Hope Trev somehow has play in the back. I'm thinking it might be a Bastiodon. And it's better than a Bastiodon. It's a Whiscash. So he was super ABA weak to Trev with the Deoxys lead and the Annihilate in back. And we get lucky that our Trev had just such a commanding matchup against the back Pokemon. Let's skip forward a little bit. Here we go. Next opponent, Dugong into Skarm. I like this lead as Dugong. Because you're going to reach this first Icy Wind first to debuff your opponent. And, like, it's a little bit risky for them to go for the Brave Bird first because then they're just kind of giving up Switch. Also, the fact that my backline is voting Skarm is kind of nice. So, let's see what I decide to do here. I am going to let it go. It's just a Sky Attack. I could opt to throw the Icy Wind right away. Instead, I elect to overfarm. And actually get a free Ice Shard through. And he goes for the Brave Birds. That's big. So I'm going to overfarm a lot. I expect him to let this go at this point. I wonder if I even could have farmed down there. I go for the Icy. I immediately regret throwing this because I'm thinking I probably should just pivot. And that's what I do. I pivot into Trev. I'm met by Gligar. And now I'm totally wishing I had kept that Icy. So a big mistake by me there. What's the point of throwing the Icy Wind to debuff your opponent if you're just going to pivot out anyway? So a huge mistake by me. At this point, I really need to get this last shield off of the Gligar to have a chance. And our opponent wisely doesn't fall for the charge attack priority. They overfarm, and now they're going to have residual energy coming out of this matchup. They might even get the full farm. No, they're just going to play it safe and get rid of us with this Aerial Ace here. And now the game is pretty much over. I'm going to try and maybe pull some shenanigans here, try and play to a win con. And we are going to come in with Annihilate. We're going to catch the Aerial Ace onto our Dugong, so at least we have a little bit of a head start here. Aerial Ace knocks out our Dugong. Like, okay, maybe there's some play at this point. I throw on the charge attack priority. I was afraid he would catch here, but I kind of had to throw to give myself a chance. And now it's a race to the Shadow Ball. Wait a sec. Is there any way we can pull this one back? Yes, we can. We win the charge attack priority in what looked to be a game in which we were dead to rights. We're able to play it out till the end and come away with a win. So I was pretty happy with that win because it looked like we were in a pretty rough spot there for a little while. But we're able to pull it out. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let me know in the comments. Have you had any games recently where you thought you were in a terrible spot? Maybe you lost lead, you lost swap, and you were able to pull it out. Always fun when you can win those games. It's also brutal when you're on the opposite end. I was on the opposite end of that recently, where I won lead, I won swap, and then their third Pokemon just totally core break. Totally a core broke my remaining Pokemon. So I've been on both ends of it, that's for sure. That's for certain. And we shall keep on searching. I think we got... Is it only one more battle here? Oh, man. Look at this long queue time. It's a good thing I'm... Oh, I think... Okay, I think I added this one. No spoilers. I added a special battle here at the end. Okay. Dugong into Sand Slash. Let's see what fast move it has. Powder Snow. That's a little bit better for us. We are going to get significantly outpaced to the Drill Run. But that's okay because with the Powder Snows being double resisted, the Drill Run's not super threatening. But you can say the same the other way around, right? Drill Run is more threatening to our opponent. However, the Ice Shards are not going to be doing very much. So I don't know why I'm really going for the Icy Wind because I don't think it even knocks out. It's kind of a dumb play potentially. I attempt to snipe with Annihilate. He comes in with his own Annihilate. And I go straight for the Shadow Ball here. Bold play, going straight for it. Gets shielded. I am not the best by any means with my Annihilate baits versus non-baits. I seem to not be able to follow the Rise rule of baiting. Always, sometimes bait 50% of the time. Never, occasionally. Very simple rule. It's going to go for it again here. Straight for the Shadow Ball. Either we knock out or we get the final shield. So we're able to knock out the Annihilate. We're up a shield. In comes Mantine. This is kind of rough. I decided to just throw my Icy Wind immediately to debuff because now if I swap Trev, he's debuffed and he's kind of forced to swap out at some point. I just go for my Seed Bomb immediately since I figured he might attempt to throw before I get to Shadow Ball. And remember, he's debuffed. He's got energy on both Pokemon. So I'm like, I guess I take this. Shields are down. And I make a play here. I commit to the fact that he's going to try and catch. I make the right call. I've got the Shadow Ball. We win. But we lag. We lag, dude. Oh, my gosh. How brutal is that? Oh, I was so proud of that play, too. Because this is just a 50-50 call, right? He has the Sand Slash as a catch. And we're aware of that. So his win con is to catch my Shadow Ball and his Sand Slash. So instead of throwing my Shadow Ball, I make the call that he's going to try and catch. And I'm going to be able to Shadow Claw down the Sand Slash right here. I Shadow Claw it down. I have the Shadow Ball. And no! It doesn't let me throw it. I lag like 2 turns. Or I must have lagged 1 turn. So the one wing attack queued before the Shadow Ball. Oh, how brutal is that? How brutal is that, bro? in come the comments, Niantic, fix your game. That happens to me every single battle of every single day. It doesn't happen to me every single battle of every single day, but it does happen where I lag a turn quite frequently. I would say maybe like a third of every games I might experience 1 turn lag, and maybe a fraction, a certain percentage of those games, that 1 turn of lag is all the difference it makes in the outcome. So definitely a frustrating loss there at the end, but worse things have happened in the world, and we have that perspective that it is just a game, but it is part of our livelihoods and something we care about a lot and enjoy. So it is important for, I think, Niantic to look at these things, and I'm sure they're aware and working on it, but something that we need to continue to push and press to be fixed for the long-term future and health of this game, especially those of us that are in the percentage of Pokemon Go players that care about the competitive aspect of it in terms of PvP and tournaments around the world. All that said, thank you guys so much for watching. We're back in action. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I'm going out of order in my outro. Like, subscribe, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.